there, and welcome to a new vlog in the Sugaridoo studio. My name is Irene, and this week I'm just taking you with me one day. That happens sometime when we have a weird week. This week Monday was off and Wednesday as well. Thursdays I'm always not working. So we had Tuesday to work, Wednesday a little bit. Well, I thought I'll just do a day in the studio this week. Here we are, Friday, and I have the whole day here by myself in the studio, which is awesome because I need to do a lot for my book. And my book is, the pre-sale is starting on Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday, yes, on Tuesday. So Tuesday is my birthday, and then the pre-sale will start. So I still have to do stuff for that to get prepared, and I have today and maybe a few hours this weekend, and then Monday, and then Tuesday. Everything needs to be ready. So I have my planner here, so I can write my to-dos down that really need to be done today, and then I want to start the day slow. Even though I have to do a lot, I just want to take some time to start the day slow. So let's do 10 minutes of knitting, having some breakfast tea, and breakfast and tea, and breakfast tea, and then let's start the day. So there we go again. Got myself a after lunch snack and a new bucket of tea. So the computer work I'm doing today is mainly getting stuff ready for the pre-sale. So the pre-sale is starting Tuesday. When you're watching this, the pre-sale is already over, but still maybe you like to get some behind the scenes info of what's happening, what's going into doing such a pre-sale. So I'm setting up social media posts, and a newsletter goes out today, and I have to make the sales page. So that's the most important thing, I guess, today. And I tend to always put the most important thing till the end of the day, until I just have very little time left and then rush it. But that's not what's going to happen today. So after lunch, that's now, I will start writing the sales page right away. And there were some things that I needed to do in relation to the printer. So I am publishing the book myself. That means that I have to have a printer that prints the books for me, and the idea was to do that in the US and in the Netherlands, so that the US books could stay in the US, go to wholesale, go to quilt shops directly, and that the smaller amount that I printed in the Netherlands would ship with the pre-sale orders, would ship with the fabric kits, but it was not, how do you say that, economical to do it in 2 batches, and it made more sense to just do one big batch over here and then ship it myself to the US, to, well, quilters, customers like you, and to quilt shops if they want to order, and well, that made more sense, economical. But I had a little bit of trouble letting go of that idea that I was going to print in the US, because I just decided that I would print my books also in the US, but turned out that it's not the best case for me at this moment. So probably we will do that with single patterns. So I want to rebrand my single patterns in the future. So single patterns, I mean, for example, the penguin quilt or the tree house quilt. Patterns like that, I want to also have them in print. I now only have them digital, but I also want to have them in print, and that's probably possible to do that in the US as well. But that's for later. For now, it was just about the book. Yeah, so I decided on a printer in the Netherlands. So just like all the other printers that I got a quotation from, that I chose a different printer. So that's all set, and the final details for the printer we will discuss on Monday. And then I guess on Wednesday or Wednesday or Thursday it goes to print. And then when all goes well, I will have it before the 1st of July. Very exciting. That's almost final. So that was this morning. Yeah, so I'll just continue on that. Also have a vlog that I need to give feedback to. So yeah, well, not the most visually interesting up till now, but we'll see what the afternoon brings. Okay, that was not writing a sales page, but it was something that I wanted to do. Here it's printed a little bit stripy, but here you see kind of a blueprint of all the blocks. That is what I was making here. Let me zoom in a little bit for you. So I wanted to design a fun print to go at the inside of the book cover. I think this will be fun. So kind of white on teal, and then with all the blocks from the book. I think it's fun. But then in real print it should be even a little bit smaller than this, I guess. But I can leave that up to my graphic designer. But I had this in my mind, and I thought it would be fun to include this at the inside of the book. Okay, so another task done, not one that was on top of my list. So let's send this to my graphic designer and then get back to working on the sales page. I am still here. It's 4 o'clock. Still working on my computer. So I thought I'll how do you say that? Make the vlog a little bit longer and also take you with me this weekend. The photographer comes here on Sunday afternoon to shoot a few extra shots for the book, and the book is going to go to the printer on Tuesday. So I will just make the vlog also on Monday and Tuesday, and then we have that as well in the vlog. I think that's really nice to film as well. I was already a little bit sad that I didn't have a vlogging week next week, so I vlog every other week. I will just do that. I will film also on Monday and Tuesday. Then we have some images of the photo shoot and of my birthday and the book going live and me being super happy or excited or maybe a little anxious, or I don't know how I'm going to feel about it on Tuesday, but you'll see in a few moments for you, because it will be in the same video. So there you go. I'm going to have a lovely weekend. I will see you again on Monday. Oh wait, before we go into the weekend, let me show you the cover of the book and the back of the book. Oh, there it is. I think it's so cool. So this text I needed to write the last time that I was filming the vlog, I think. Or it was the introduction. Oh well. This also took me a while to figure out text for the back of the book, but I am so happy with how it looks. Okay, time for weekend. Hello there again. It is Sunday. Time to clear out the design wheels. Already made a start with the first one because Linda, the photographer, is coming in an hour, and then we are going to shoot the remaining images for the book, which is really nice and exciting. And we just need to, so the pictures we need to make for the book are the overall view of the quilt. So for 2 of the quilts I was missing that in the book. Because for those quilts it's really nice to have a front view. You don't need that for all the projects, but for these 2 and especially I love to have a front view of the quilt. Well, we'll just put it up on the design wall and make the picture, I think. Or maybe we go outside, I don't know. But just in case, I'm clearing this one. The sampler quilt block of the month that we're doing with our Dutch Modern Quilt Guild, and I'm pretty far behind. I would love to work on it, but so many things to do for the book. Oh well, I'll get back to it. In the meantime, I can show you a little bit what I've been up to behind the computer, because it's finally starting to look like something. So this is gonna be the sales page. And these quilt kits, of course, will be changed to the book and the book kit. And then I'm now writing this part, so about the projects and about the book. And well, there will follow a lot of more information on this page, but the start is there. Good morning. It's only one more day till the launch of the pre-sale of the book. Tomorrow it's Tuesday, and tomorrow everything needs to be done. The book will go to the printer, the sales page will go live, the listings of all the quilt kits should be in the shop. I have a huge list that I need to do today. I did a lot over the weekend. I worked both evenings as well and some hours during the day. That happens with deadlines, that's no problem. And after Tuesday it will be, I'm not going to say that it will be some quiet time over the next few weeks, because we do have to prepare, and depending on how much is going to sell during the sale, we will be super busy or normally busy. But it will be less deadline-like in the next few weeks. That's good. But now we have a big deadline for tomorrow afternoon. So I have today, I have this evening, a little bit of this evening, and tomorrow morning. We can do this. But I think I don't have a lot of fun things to show. So I'll just take a break today to show you the quilts, because the quilts are here now. Yesterday Linda was here, the photographer. I forgot to film, but we shoot some new pictures of the quilts, and I'm really happy that they are back in the studio. Feels good to have them back. Might sound weird to say, but it's such a big project that I'm working on, and not having the quilts here in the studio felt a little bit weird. So I'll show those to you later. But first, I'm going to do as much as I can from my list. There's one last thing that I need to calculate for the book, and I thought I'll take you with me in that process. So this is the first thing you're going to see on the YouTube videos, I guess, for my book. So this is a quilt that I added kind of last minute, and I'm really happy with it. Well, happy kind of suits the quilt because it says happy. But this one is the only one traditionally pieced. So I blew up a block from the sampler, and then I made it into a quilt. And now I need to write in the book how much fabric you will need for the quilt, and also we need to know that for the quilt kits that we're going to make with it. So that's something I need to put in the book. So yesterday we took a picture of this one. It's big, but it's a quilt that you can put together super fast because it's traditionally pieced. with all the same sized shapes, and it's really beginner friendly if you want to piece something big traditionally. I think it has a kind of a modern look with just 3 colors of fabric, and the happy is going across. So each row has the word happy, and then each row has a different letter in turquoise. So I love it. And now I need to calculate how much of the fabric we need. So let's go to the computer. Pattern wise, this is already figured out. So I know what kind of fabrics there are and how much of everything I need. So what I'm going to do now is go into Adobe Illustrator, and there I take a canvas that is 40 inches high, because fabric is 44 inches, 42 to 44 inches wide, and well, as long as I need. And that 40 inches I just fill with all the pieces that I just showed you there. And then I know exactly how much fabric you need if you don't make any cutting mistakes, and I add some extra, and then we know what needs to go in the kit. Yeah, so let me show you. So this is from the pattern, and here we have a canvas that is 44 inches high. So let's start with the turquoise. So here we have it in inches, and the pieces are all kind of the same sizes. So a lot of them are 3.5 inch wide. So I can reuse a lot of the shapes. We have that size, 3.5 by 3.5. We have 12.5 by 3.5, 15.5. Oh wow. So I'll just make a little time lapse and show you the end result. So that is that. That's all the small pieces. But now there's also a border around the quilt. So I also need to know how much fabric you need for that. So we have a border on this side and one on this side. So I just need to measure how wide I made those. Let's see. It's also beginner friendly for quilting because everything is done with straight line quilting, which gives a really cool, I think it's cool, kind of, what is it? No clue what the English description would be, but it's all very straight lined, and I'll think about it. I'll just come up with the word in a sec, I think. This is 9 inches. That is just as wide as the letters. This is a little bit wider, 12 inches. Perfect. So let's put that in the computer and then we know. So we had one that was 12 inches wide. So that should be 12.5, but it's a border. So I will just measure with oh no, I'll measure with 12.5, and then we add some extra in the end. And the height of the quilt is 75 inches. And then we also had this one, but then 9.5 inches wide. And of course 75 inches is longer. As you can see here, this area is my fabric, So that is longer than the fabric, so we have to cut that in 2 pieces. I think 2 pieces will fit. So let's see. Yeah, that is longer than, so when we do two rows of this, we have 1 border. Then that's the same for this one as well. And this one then is 9.5 inch, so that already includes seam allowance. So we can add this do this one. Yeah, just add it in. And then this kind of represents the fabric, this black area you see here. So when you would cut it exactly like this, you would have all the black fabric left, what you see. All the black areas are left over. So there you go, a little sneak peek behind the scene of how that goes with pattern making. Great. And this kit we're going to cut on demand, so it's really easy to cut because you just have 3 fabrics, and I'm going to give a few different options in the shop. So this is also a kit that's not going to sell out soon because they can always easily add new color options. Yeah, I think it's a really fun one, a doable kit because it's doable in sewing. It's nice if you want to try out traditional piecing and you're not such an advanced quilter. It's nice if you want to do something straight line quilting, but a little bit extra because the look that you're getting is I think way cooler than just adding a grid because you're following the lines in the shapes of the letters. I'm also explaining that in the book. And it's not too expensive, I guess, because it's 2 big pieces of solids and then 1 smaller piece of print. So I think that's nice. That is nice. Let's put these into the book and continue with my list. There we go. I'm going to press send on the final, I think, final adjustments to the book to Hein, my graphic designer. Yes, okay, send. There we go. I am a little bit scared to do that, to press send and to send everything off. I now did it, so that's good. But that is because I just found a few things again in the book that need to be changed or need to be altered a tiny bit, or well, I needed to add a sentence somewhere. Oh, yeah, and I just feel like you never know when the book is really done. So the book is done and it could be printed right away now, even without those changes. It would be an awesome book, but just want to make it better and better. But at some point we just need to stop. So I guess it's a good thing that there's a deadline tomorrow. Yeah, that's good. So I just got a call from the salesman from the printer who is going to stop by and show me some paper samples. And yeah, one thing I'm curious about, I got the thickness of the book specifications in my inbox from the printer and I thought it was a little bit thin. So I'm curious how that is, why that is, what kind of paper we're going to use, but I'll know in half an hour. So this is done. This is done, so I can mark it off. Feedback to graphic design. Yes, done. How much fabric do we need in the happy quilt? Done. Let's do things. And it's 10:30 now. Yep. Yeah. I hope I can get everything finished today. I hope so. We'll see. I'll just continue now with putting some listings in the shop. Yep. Okay, there we go. There we go. I have what is, I think, the final version of the book in my inbox. It looks awesome. So the pictures of yesterday are in there. It looks really good. So the quilt that I just showed you, the happy quilt, it is also in there. Look, see, that is how it looks. I think that's so cool. I love those little details where you see here that the title area is a little bit behind than a graphic from the image, so a lot of things like that happened in the book. Yeah, so many more pages than that, of course. There are 30 well, no, 136 pages in the book, which is a lot. And more than half of that is pattern pages. So that's something. So I guess when I say okay, that's the final version, then that's it. The book is done. So I got samples of paper, and the paper that I got in, I think I love that it feels really paper-like. So it's not the super glossy paper, but this one was a little bit too thin. So they're going to send me 3 more paper samples tomorrow. Well, they send it today, so hopefully I have them tomorrow, so I can decide how thick the paper is going to be in the book. Because I really want it to be a book. I don't want it to be a little booklet. It has to be a book with somebody. Yes. But I guess that's done. So paper-wise, I have to wait until tomorrow. Book-wise, I'm going to give an okay to the graphic designer that the book is done. And then it's just some technicalities between the printer and technical requests that they have that I need to send to the graphic designer. So I hope that they can work that out together. And then that's done. So that's good. That feels like a relief. Look, see, I made a thing. Here is the listing for Happy Notes, the fabric kit. So we have the Happy Note sampler. For that you will need half a yard bundle, and we have the smaller sampler. The difference is this. So this is the sampler that is in the quilt with all the blocks. And then we have here a bonus project. This is also with all the blocks, but then just less of them. So in this quilt you have all the blocks, but then multiple times. And then this you also have all the blocks, but then just a little bit less times. Yeah, so there's that. And for this you need a fat quarter bundle. So that is what I did here. You can choose a size, so fat quarter bundle, half meter bundle, or a meter bundle. And then you can add the book or freezer paper if you like, or add a quarter ruler. And then here you have all the options for the Happy Note sampler. And here you have the options like the background and matting for the smaller sampler. So let's say you want to make the big quilt, then you choose a half meter bundle, and then you choose a background. So let's, for example, say you want dove, and you want also a cotton batting, and you want fabrics for the details. Yeah, then you can go ahead and place that, and you have everything you need to make this pretty quilt. Oh, and the binding, I made a separate section for that because I have a lot of stripy binding in store. So yeah, you can pick a binding that you like or use some of your own fabrics, of course. Oh no, what a day this has been. I thought, well, I add Tuesday to my vlog, so then I can show you a lot of things. But it's already the evening. It's 8 p.m, 8:30, something like that. And I had the most amazing birthday today. It was awesome. It was awesome. So this morning started with Sanne being here, helping me do all the final things for the book pre-sale launch. And that was really nice. So we managed to do a lot this morning, and preparations I think were pretty good. So there was no real big rush last moment things. That was really good. So I was nice and prepared, nicely relaxed and prepared. So after lunch I did live video where I revealed the cover of the book and where I revealed the quilt. So let me just kind of redo that here so you can relive that moment a little bit. So here is the cover of my book. Happy Notes. Happy Notes. This is the book. This is it. That's the back of the book. And yeah, that is the cover. So that's what the book is going to look like. And this is the sampler quilt. Let me see, can we have that? No, we can't have it all in the screen. But that's the sampler quilt. So that is the quilt from the book. That is what I revealed during the video, and I also revealed 2 other quilts. So the sampler quilt. This is it. I'm really happy that it's back in the studio after being away for a few weeks with the photographer. So here we have 2 quilts. Let's start with Happy. So this is one of the blocks from the book, which I supersized. That turned into this. I did talk about it earlier in the vlog, right? Oh well, maybe I'll cut and let's see. I hope I won't repeat myself too much. But I love the line play with this one. So I chose to quilt all the lines that go through the A with a different color thread. So here you also have different color thread, and just play around with that a little bit. And this is the other quilt. This one I didn't show you yet. This is the camera quilt. So this is also a block from the sampler, which I supersized, and I made it into a 40 by 40 inch quilt, which is a really fun one to practice your ruler quilting on. See all the lines and details. So here I used a lollipop ruler. That is that one. And here around the flash, just straight line quilting. Then in the center some free motion quilting, and here's a kind of tiny scallop ruler that I used. And because it's 40 by 40 inches, it's really easy to handle. So it's not too big. It's a nice big shape, and because you have big fabric pieces, there's enough room for creative quilting. So that's awesome. So that's what I showed during the live, and then I explained about the kits that we have. We have the kit for the camera quilt and a kit for the happy quilt, and this one goes in 3 colorways. Well, you can check that all out at sugaridoo.com/happynotes. Everything is up there. Yeah, so that happened, and then, well, the pre-sale started and the orders started coming in. It was awesome. I don't have a good feeling, or I can't really predict how sale is going to be when I launch something new. And a book is kind of a big thing because I order physical books, and I have to make an estimate of how many books I'm ordering, and well, that's kind of well, exciting and makes me a little bit nervous. So seeing those orders come in, yeah, it was amazing. It was overwhelming. It was such a joyful moment because it has been in the works for so long, and well, here it is finally done and out in the open, and I can share it with everybody. So yeah, the projects from the book. There are more projects in the book, but these are the 3 bigger ones that I have quilt kits for. Yeah, so and after that my parents-in-law joined me for dinner, and my sister-in-law as well. So we had a lovely afternoon in the garden. Yeah, it was wonderful. So then it was 8 o'clock in the evening, and then I saw my vlog camera here laying on the table, thinking, oh no, I completely forgot today. But yeah, I think the rest of the day, besides from not taking you with me, went amazing. So I'm super thankful for everybody who joined in and placed an order, ordered the book or a fabric kit, or maybe you shared about the book, maybe you told a friend about the book that was releasing. That all means the world to me. So if you're watching this and if you're curious, just go check it out, or maybe you know someone who would like to join in with the quilt along that we're doing at the end of the year, and who would like to do some foundation paper piecing. I would appreciate it a lot. That's it for this vlog. Oh yes, just a little side note, not sure when you're watching this, but the pre-sale ends the 12th of June, so that has already been when you are watching this, and then the book will launch again. Are we in focus? Not really focused. That's okay. I'm also not focused anymore myself. The book will launch at the 1st of July. So after that, shipping will start again. So now we have just a pre-launch, pre-sale. Everybody who joins in now gets a little discount on the fabric. Yeah, and then after the 1st of July, then we start again. So if this is before the 1st of July, then you can just join in for a kind of waiting list, and I will keep you updated when the sale is opening up again. And if you're watching this after the 1st of July, then you can just go ahead and order your book. That's it. That's it for this week. Thank you so much. There's one very happy me over here. Going to close up this vlog. I hope to see you again soon. And in the meantime, happy quilting!